Welcome back. In this video we will learn about RecyclerView. RecyclerView is just like list view in Android, but it differs a little bit. It differs a little bit in performance. That list view is not that much efficient as the RecyclerView is. Most of the people prefer RecyclerView over list view, so I'm going to demonstrate RecyclerView in this video. Also, we will create RecyclerView with our custom layout, like I've showed in the previous videos. This phone history has a custom list view or a custom RecyclerView running here. So in this video we will create a custom RecyclerView. So RecyclerView doesn't come up by default in Android, so we have to import that. So for that, if you go to the design part here, for example, and you can see there is this RecyclerView is there, but it is not been downloaded yet. So if I press this download button, the operation requires the library com.recyclerview .v to be imported. This means that we need to import its library first, then we can download it. So if I click this OK button, it will automatically add this library to my project, but I want to show you how you can add any library to Android. So for that, we will go to the left side of our panel and just expand Gradle scripts. And if you go to build.gradle module app file, and you can see that here are certain dependencies. Android calls these libraries as dependencies, and these are some custom libraries, some built-in libraries that are being added by the Android Studio whenever we create a new project. So if we want to add any library, we have to provide it here like this: implementation and then the library name. As we don't know the library name and its current version, so there is a shortcut to do that. For that, go to the file section and go to the project structure here, and then go to the app module here and just go to dependencies, and here are the same dependencies that are there, as you can see that. So we can add a new dependency from here. If I click on this, then we can select from here library dependency, and whenever I click that, this pop-up windows opens up. So we can search here from the available libraries in Android. So let's say I search for RecyclerView. There we go. There is the RecyclerView library that we can import in a project. So I'm going to import that. As you can see, this is been added. So if I click OK here, this is added. Now Gradle sync is running. It will automatically download this library and add to our project. So now the library is almost added. So now again, if we go to the activity_main.xml, you can see that there is no download button on RecyclerView. That is already downloaded automatically. So now we can drag and drop this here in the middle of the screen and just give it match constraint and give it an ID of RecyclerView, for example, and just go to main activity and find this view. Just remove this stuff from here. Alright, so we have connected our view with RecyclerView. Now we need to create our data, the data we want to display in our RecyclerView. For that, I'm going to create a data model here. Why I'm doing that, you will be clear in a second. Let's create a new Java class and name it, for example, model, and just have two strings, string title and string image URL. I want this list to view to have two components, image and and a and a title. So for that I'm going to give this model only two attributes. So now I'm going to create its getter and setters. For that, just press on keyboard Alt Insert, or you can also do that by right clicking here and just pressing this generate button here, and you can say that constructor and select both of these. It will automatically create a constructor for us. Alright, so next go to the main activity and create an array list of type this model. Of type model, and this is our data actually, and now I'm going to assign it an array list here, and now I'm going to fill some dummy data in here, data dot add, and we can add an object of model inside this. So we need to create an object of model here, and we have to pass two things to this model, a title and an image URL. For example, I say here's Ishan and I need to give it an image URL, and I've collected some dummy images URLs here. You can also go to the Google and search for URLs. And I'm going to just duplicate these lines. For that, just press on keyboard Ctrl D. Now I'm going to change some names here. And also the URLs we got. We will be loading image from URL. You can also load image from the path of the image, but most of the times we don't have path, we load images from URLs, so that's why I'm showing that here. In next video I will show you guys how you can load images from its path. Alright, perfect. So we have created a recycler view, a data part, and next we need to create a recycler view adapter. Remember, I've already discussed about adapter, so now we will create a adapter, and you will see the advantages of adapter. So for that, go to list view, the package name, and just create a new Java class, name it, for example, it's going to be my recycler view adapter. Hit OK and just extend it from extends recycler view dot adapter, and it is going to have my recycler view adapter dot fields model here. This could be any name. So we need to create this class now here. So I've created this class here and it should be static, and you can see that errors are not gone yet. So if you can click on this recycler view and just hit alt and enter, it will automatically implement the methods that are written in the abstract class, that is recycler view. Abstract class is something very similar to interface that has some methods. Whenever we extend that our class from that class, we need to implement those methods, so that's why it is showing error. So I'm going to implement the methods. So these are the three methods which we need to implement, so I'm going to hit OK. So these are already automatically added for us, and as you can see that these are added automatically. So I'm going to extend this model from RecyclerView dot let me check this. If you go to the Google and search for RecyclerView adapter, in order to get help from internet, you can just search here RecyclerView adapter. You don't need to write each and every step of code. If you forgot somewhere, you can use the code already written to create some exciting stuff. So I'm going to go to this one and I'm going to see here, this has shown all of the steps we need to do to create this. And it is going to extend from RecyclerView dot view holder. So just press alt enter and it will create a constructor for us. So this has been done. So now we need to create a list row. We need to design a row for our list view separately. For that I'm going to go to resources, layouts, and going to create we have already created row, so I'm going to edit that. So our row is going to contain two things, an image view and a text view. That will be the title. Sorry, this should be image view, and this is going to be of size, let's say 150 dp here, and height is going to be also 150 dp, and it is going to be very bigger, 150 dp. Let's make it a little smaller. So now just bring this text out from here and make it so this way we can create a row here. So this will be the image and this will be the title of that particular item. So now if I go to my recycler view again, so what we need to do here is on create view holder we need to create a view. So for that view is equal to inflator.inflate sorry, it's going to be get. We need context for that. Let me check this again. Layout inflator dot from, and we need to pass it context, and we don't have context right now, and we will grab it from here and inflate, and there we need to give the ID of a row layout dot row. Let me grab the context. We can grab the context in our constructor. Let me create a constructor here. So for that I'm going to create public my RecyclerView, and this is going to have a data variable called context. Also it is going to have a data of type ArrayList of type model. Sorry, it's going to be model. Just import this, alt enter to import this, and this is going to be data for us, and we need to get these two values from outside of this class. So for that I'm going to create here ArrayList of type model, and it is going to be data, and the next one is going to be context coming from outside of this class. So I can assign that by using this dot data is equal to data, and this dot context is equal to context. So this way, and now another attribute I need to pass it here is null. So our view is created. We need to just return this view from here. Sorry, it is going to be a constructor here of type fields model, new fields model, and I need to pass the view to that model, and this view is being received here. So now that I have received that particular view, I have to create those particular views here. For example, text view is going to be title, and the image view I can give these their views using item view dot find view by ID, and I can get them by ID dot the title was txt, row was the ID of title, and for image item view dot find view by ID, or dot ID dot image view. Alright, let me check that if it is image view or not. Yes, it is image view. So perfect, we are successfully able to link this, and this should be below this super call to make it errorless. Alright, so next we need to do is we have to attach it with data. So from get item count we can return data dot size, and from get we need to override another method that is called get item. Get item, I guess. First of all, let's attach our view with some. We have the fields model, so we need to set the information to our views. For example, we need to set the title here. For that I'm going to call set text, and from where I'm going to get the title, I'm going to get the title from our data array list we have created here. So first of all, I need to get the item at this position. For example, I can create an object here, model item is equal to, and the array list was data dot get item at this index. I will get the item at this index, and from that item I will extract its title and image. respectively, so I'm going to extract its title. For that, item dot title here. For image view, I'm going to do that image dot set image resource. It's going to be URI, so item dot image URL, and it is in the form of string, so I need to cast it into the form of URI, so I'm going to press Alt Enter. Alright, perfect. So this is created. I think we have completed this. Let me check one thing, if there is something that we are missing maybe. Alright, we have done good job. So now we need to attach our adapter with the recycler view. For that, I'm going to create a new adapter object, and that is going to be of my recycler view type, my recycler view adapter, and it is going to be any name you can specify here. So I'm going to create this adapter here. We need to pass two things to this adapter: our data array and the context. Context is going to be get application context. You can get context by using this. Also, you can give context like this. This refers to this activity, but get application context gives us the context of the whole application. So we have specified this here. Now we need to attach it with the recycler view dot set adapter, and we need to select another thing, that is recycler view dot set layout manager. We can have two types of adapter, a type of gallery or type of list. So we want it to be type of list, so we need to give it linear layout manager. It's going to be get linear layout manager here, a function that will return us layout manager. There is no function like this. Let me create and pass this the context. Perfect. So we have specified our linear layout manager, and we have created adapter and attached it. Let me run this project and let's see what happens to it. There is one optimization which we can do, is I will show you in a while. It's been a long video because this topic is very important and very long topic. You can see that we don't have anything here. Let me check why this happened. So there is a problem loading images. That was I was saying about optimization. So whenever you are loading images from some kind of internet, then you need to use a library to load those images, and I'm going to show you how you can use that library. There are two libraries that are very important and are most popularly used. One is called Picasso, and the other one is Glide, and Glide is mostly used. So I will be using Glide here, so just go to the first link here. So as I've already shown you guys how you can import libraries, but you will not see this library. You will not see this library in file project structure because it doesn't exist in Android libraries. If you search here, you will not see glide here, but it has fetched from internet. Perfect. So you can just use this and import this. I thought that it is not going to fetch, but it fetched from internet, so that's how we can import it. The other way is go to this, and here you will find the method of importing this. You can import it like this, and you can use it. There are the usages of this like this. You can use it like this, so we will be using it. Alright, so let's use it now. Glide dot with context, we need to give it with view. We are supposed to use it here, so we can use it by glide dot with, and I'm going to give it context here dot load, and you need to specify the URL here, so I'm going to do that. And then there is another function called into the view you want to load into. For example, I want to load it to fields model dot image, so I need to give it here. Alright, so now this will automatically fetch that image and load in our image view. Let me run it again. So this way you can use any library, and if you search for any library, there are the usages given on internet, so you can use those usages to use that. For example, here they have specified how do I use glide, so there are different ways of using this library. The most popular one I have shown you, and the most easiest one. We can also specify some attributes on an image like center crop or something like that, and it's launching, and it has shown nothing. Let me check the error again. Alright, we have missed a very important thing, and that is the permission. We need to give it an internet permission here. So if we want to access anything from internet, then we need to specify an internet permission in our app. For that, I'm going to give it usage permission, and from here just select internet. There we go. That's why the app was crashing and not loading anything. As you can see, it is loading something, and text view is not showing up here because the color of the text view is, I guess, white. So let me change that. So if I go to my row here and just change it's black, actually, why isn't that showing it here? It should show up here. So as you can see that all of the images are being shown, but where is the text view? Let me check that. Oh, I've given it a width of 0 dp and height of wrap content. That was fine. Let me give it text color, and it is going to be black one. And the other thing I'm going to make sure is, let me run it again, let's see what happens. And let me check the adapter again if I'm doing it right or not. I guess something is missing. What's that? Let me have a checkpoint here and rerun it again. I'm going to debug this application. Let's see what's the problem here. Debugger is launching, and here we go, and let me see that if our item has both things. Yes, it has title as well as the data. So if I go over, fields model dot text, yes, it has text, Zishan. So why doesn't it? Why it isn't loading? Let me make this again wrap content and give it oh, perfect. So it is loading up. What was the problem? I still don't know. I guess this was the problem. The zero width, its width was set to 0, so how can this come into? And how can we see that? So that was an error. So this is how the RecyclerView works. You can design it the way you want, and as you can see that there is no spacing between, and we can optimize this list, this RecyclerView, and one image is not loaded. Maybe the URL of that is not working. So we can load all of the images like this and create a custom type of list view. This list view item, for example, I want to change its background. For example, let me give it background dark one, D1. It's actually D3, D3, D3. So this is going to be dark. Now you can perfectly see the difference between the items, and we can also have a divider between the items. Oh, what's that doing? Actually, its width is match parent correctly, but let me check this again. This is match parent, but let's say I have it wrap content. No, it should be like this, but it is match parent, so why it is causing that kind of problem? Let me make this with match constraint. it isn't available here. This layout is little misbehaving, I don't know why. Let me run it. It should throw an error. It should not throw an error because match constraint is a weight and it is an attribute, but it is throwing because it is not recognizing it. Maybe I think something went wrong with the library. If I give it wrap content, it works. Let's just give it wrap content and see what happens. It's so funny for me that I've given it a width of a match parent and it is not applying match parent. Why? And you can see that it is showing the same behavior even on wrap content as well as on match parent. Why is this so? Oh, I think that is the problem. Let me go to the activity main and check the RecyclerView width. Let's give it match parent and let's give it match parent here and rerun it. It's still the same. Because we have given it wrap content here. No, it should be on the full screen. Let me check that. It's still not on full screen. I don't know the error. We will see this problem in the next video. So thanks for watching this video. See you in the next one.